In a world cluttered with information, where truth is power, Lawin Weekly News stands apart.
We delve deeper, uncover facts, and bring stories to light. From political showdowns and economic triumphs to the pulse of the street and the heart of the community.
We capture the moments that define us, stories that challenge, inspire, and transform.
Tune in live Sundays 8 a.m. Central Standard Time and Sundays 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
These are Lawin headlines for this week. Texas lawmakers push for expanded alcohol sales. What's in the works? Missing Parker County trio found dead. 3 arrested in murder case. Officials alert Houston drivers to scam parking ticket scheme. Columbia student Mohsen Madawi freed from ICE detention. Philippine officials back Mo to introduce Barako coffee to U.S. market. Tallest and shortest dogs in the world bond at record-breaking event. Palace willing to delay launch of P20 per kilogram rice project. Volleyball star Brian Baguna's wife welcome first child.
I am Krisha, and tonight we bring you the latest stories in the United States of America, especially in the state of Texas. So sit back, relax, and let Lawin Weekly News be your guide to the news that matters most. Texas lawmakers are considering changes to the state's alcohol laws that could allow spirit-based ready-to-drink or RTD cocktails to be sold in grocery and convenience stores, rather than just liquor stores. Senate Bill 2225, introduced by Senator Kelly Hancock, and House Bill 4077 aim to modernize Texas alcohol sales by permitting spirit-based RTDs with alcohol content up to 17% to be sold in more accessible locations. A recent survey found that 86% of consumers favor expanding the availability of spirit-based RTDs to grocery and convenience stores. Supporters argue that the shift would meet growing consumer demand for easier access to alcohol. SB 2225 has passed a committee vote and is moving closer to potential approval by the full Texas legislature. If passed, the change could alter the retail landscape for alcoholic beverages in Texas. Retailers and industry stakeholders have expressed interest in the economic benefits of the proposed legislation. Expanding alcohol sales to grocery stores could increase revenue opportunities for retailers while providing consumers with more purchasing options. Authorities have charged 3 individuals with capital murder following the discovery of 3 bodies near a creek in Parker County, the sheriff's office confirmed this week. Barry Copeland, 19, Dennis Craig Alexander, 45, and Trina Lawrence McKnight, 27, were arrested and are currently held at the Parker County Jail in connection with the deaths of Tiffany Ann Williams, 44, David Dwayne Walker, 42, and Roe Allen, Head, 55. The victims previously reported missing were confirmed deceased by investigators. Authorities said that the victims had been missing for several days before their remains were found. The specific cause of death have not been released. Investigators have not disclosed a motive for the killings or whether the victims had any prior relationships with the suspects. Due to the nature of the charges, Copeland, Alexander, and McKnight could face a death penalty if convicted. Legal proceedings are ongoing and court dates have not yet been announced. The Parker County Sheriff's Office is urging anyone with information related to the case to come forward. Drivers in Houston are being warned about fraudulent parking tickets that have been found on vehicle windshields, according to local officials. The tickets, which closely resemble legitimate citations, contain QR codes and payment instructions that direct or redirect recipients to unauthorized websites. The Houston Parking Management Office advises residents to verify any citation through the city's official system at houstontx.gov/parking before making any payments. The source of the scam is under investigation, and the city has not disclosed how many reports have been received so far. Authorities have confirmed that the Houston Police Department is working with parking enforcement to identify those responsible and to prevent further incidents. Drivers are encouraged to carefully review the ticket details and avoid using unofficial online portals. Residents with concerns about the authenticity of a parking ticket are advised to contact the city's parking management office directly. Officials emphasize that payment should only be made through authorized city platforms. The public is urged to report any suspicious activity related to parking citations. City officials continue to monitor the situation and will release updates as the investigation progresses. A Houston resident is facing federal charges for allegedly trafficking boots made from the skin of endangered sea turtles, according to authorities involved in an ongoing wildlife trafficking investigation. The 31-year-old, identified as Alejandro Hernandez, is accused of operating an online store that promoted and sold custom footwear crafted from illegal sea turtle skin. Investigators allege Hernandez conspired to smuggle the boots from Mexico into the United States, with at least one reported delivery made to a customer in Houston. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is leading the investigation with assistance from Customs and Border Protection, focusing on violations of the Endangered Species Act, which prohibits the trade of products derived from protected wildlife. Prosecutors claim Hernandez's activities contributed to the illegal wildlife trade and violated federal conservation laws, and if convicted, he could face significant penalties. Authorities have not yet released further details as the investigation remains active.
Hello po dyan sa mga taga-Texas. Nandyan po kami ni Desa sa June 14 at meron po kaming show sa Gaylord Texan Resort and Convention Center on June 14. So, nandyan po ang mga detalye below sa ating poster, and I hope to see you soon, guys. See you sa June 14!
In a world filled with fleeting moments, there's beauty waiting to be captured. My name is Christian, and I specialize in immortalizing your most precious memories. From elegant weddings to vibrant events and timeless portraits, I'm here to make every moment unforgettable. Let me tell your story through the lens. Contact me today and let's create magic together.
A woman linked to a known street gang received a 20-year prison sentence on March 13 for possession of methamphetamine with intent to deliver, according to the Hays County District Attorney's Office. Authorities identified the woman as Brianna Nicole Smith, 30, and tied her to the gangster disciples through evidence presented during the investigation. Prosecutors also noted that Smith had previous charges, including aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The court handed down the sentence after finding Smith guilty of possessing methamphetamine with plans to distribute the drug. Officials said that the case underscores the ongoing threat posed by gang-related criminal activity in the region. The Hays County District Attorney's Office said it remains committed to targeting individuals engaged in violent and organized crime. A beloved figure in the Dallas music community has passed away after complications from a fall. Chris Penn, the owner of Good Records, died on Wednesday after sustaining injuries weeks earlier that left him paralyzed. The record store announced his death on social media Thursday, mourning the loss of Penn and acknowledging his profound impact on the local music scene. Penn, who nurtured Good Records into a charged cultural hub, was a passionate advocate for local talent and an integral part of the Dallas music community. The accident that led to his paralysis occurred when Penn fell while installing decals on the store's windows. Despite efforts to manage the injuries, he passed away due to complications from the fall. His wife, Jan Pan, confirmed his passing and expressed the deep sorrow that is being felt by the family. Good Records is expected to continue operations in honor of Pan's visions and contributions to the music scene. Memorial arrangements and public tributes are yet to be announced. The families of Matthew Guerra, Savannah Soto, and their unborn child have filed a $1 million lawsuit following the deaths of the couple in December 2023. The lawsuit, submitted on March 27, 2025, accuses Christopher Preciado of causing their deaths and alleges that his family played a role in covering up the incident. Guerra and Soto, who was pregnant at the time, were found dead from gunshot wounds on December 21, 2023. The lawsuit claims that Preciado's family tampered with evidence in an attempt to obstruct the investigation. Preciado is facing capital murder charges, while his parents have been charged with evidence tampering related to the case. The lawsuit seeks damages for emotional distress, financial costs, and other losses suffered by their families of Guerra and Soto. It specifically targets Preciado and his family, alleging their involvement in the aftermath of the shooting and attempts to hinder the investigation. Police reports indicate that the bodies of Guerra and Soto were discovered in a secluded area near their home. Preciado was arrested in connection with their deaths, and the investigation is ongoing. He remains in custody awaiting trial on the capital murder charges. The trial of Preciado is expected to begin later this year, and the families remain committed to pursuing justice through legal processes. A 29-year-old student was released from U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, detention after being apprehended during a routine of U.S. citizenship interview in Vermont on April 16. The individual, Mohan Madawi, who is enrolled at Columbia University, had been in the process of adjusting his immigration status at the time of his detention. Family and legal representatives confirmed that the detention occurred during a U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, or USCIS, interview. ICE has not provided specific details on why the student was detained, though representatives stated that detentions during citizenship interviews are uncommon but may occur if certain criteria are not met. Following his release, the student returned to his studies at Columbia University. His legal team is focused on resolving any outstanding immigration issues to continue the process of adjusting his status. University officials have declined to comment on the specifics of the detention or release, citing privacy concerns. The United States and Ukraine have signed an economic development agreement focused on securing access to rare earth minerals, the U.S. Treasury Department confirmed. The deal aims to strengthen the supply of these critical resources, which are essential for technologies such as smartphones, electric vehicles, and defense systems. Rare earth minerals are unevenly distributed globally, and many countries rely on imports to meet demand. The agreement is intended to reduce dependency on other sources by providing both the US and Ukraine with more reliable supply. The deal is part of broader efforts to enhance global mineral security, which officials see as crucial for economic stability and national security. Rare earths are increasingly important in modern industries, and this partnership is seen as a step forward, a step toward diversifying supply chains. While the Treasury Department did not provide details on the volume or financial terms of the agreement, it highlighted the mutual benefits for both nations. Further details are expected as the agreement is implemented. The Philippine government announced on Thursday that it is considering delaying the rollout of its 20 pesos per kilogram rice project in the Visayas and Kadiwa stores. The Commission on Elections or COMELEC proposed the delay to comply with the election spending ban, which takes effect 10 days before the May 12 elections. The palace indicated its openness to the suggestion and pledged to review the proposal. The 20 pesos per kilogram rice initiative is part of the government's program to provide affordable rice to the public. The ban on election spending aims to ensure fair election practices by preventing the misuse of government resources. Malacanang assured that the government will adhere to the legal provisions related to election spending. Further discussions between the COMELEC and the government are anticipated to finalize the decision. Two world record-holding dogs are Reggie, a 7-year-old Great Dane, and Pearl, a 4-year-old Chihuahua, met for a playdate in Idaho Falls, are drawing attention due to their significant size difference. Reggie holds the Guinness World Records title for the tallest living dog, standing at 3 feet 3 inches, while Pearl is recognized as the shortest living dog at 3.59 inches tall. The event, organized to commemorate the 70th anniversary of Guinness World Records, showcased both dogs' unique achievements. Despite their size differences, the two dogs interacted calmly, providing a striking visual of the contrast between them. Reggie, known for his calm and friendly demeanor, was described by his owner as a gentle companion. Pearl, on the other hand, is characterized by her confident and attention-seeking personality, earning her the nickname Diva. The Philippine Consulate General in Houston and the Department of Agriculture Regional Field Office witnessed the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding or MOU aimed at promoting Philippine Barako coffee in the United States. The MOU was signed between Teofilo Coffee Company, represented by CEO and founder Ronald Dizon, and the Philippine Coffee Board or PCB, represented by Chairperson Pasita Juan. The signing took place at Beamer's Pacific Restaurant and was witnessed by Consul Von Ryan Panui and the DA Regional Executive Director Macario Gonzaga. Under the agreement, Teofilo Coffee Company and the PCB committed to planting 1,000 Liberica coffee trees, which are the source of the distinct Philippine Barako coffee. Following the signing, representatives from the signatory organization, the Filipino-American Chamber of Commerce Texas Greater Houston Region and the Philippine Consulate General discussed strategies for expanding the footprint of Philippine coffee products across the U.S. The delegation from the Department of Agriculture Region and the PCB Chairperson Juan were in Houston to participate in the Specialty Coffee Expo 2025, held from April 25 to 27 of 2025. During their visit, members of the DA delegation, accompanied by Vice Consul Tanya Gurano, conducted a market scan at Seafood City in Sugar Land. The Houston Rockets kept their playoff hopes alive with a 131 over 116 win over the Golden State Warriors on Wednesday night at the Toyota Center, avoiding elimination in the first round of NBA playoff series. Fred VanVleet led the charge of the Rockets, scoring 26 points while Amen Thompson added 20, contributing to the team's strong offensive performance. The victory ensures the series will continue, with Game 6 scheduled for Friday in San Francisco. Alperen Sengun highlighted the team's determination, saying, "Nobody wants to go home," underscoring their resolve to fight for a chance to advance. Dillon Brooks praised Thompson's defensive effort, noting his 5 steals and 3 blocks as a key factor in the win. The Rockets' victory follows a heated Game 4, where tensions flared between the two teams. The Warriors, now facing the pressure to win on their home court, will look to close out the series in Game 6. The outcome of the next game will determine whether the Rockets can force a Game 7 or if the Warriors will move on the next round. Volleyball player Brian Bagunas and his wife Nicole Tracy welcomed their first child, a son, as announced through Bagunas' social media. The couple shared their first family photograph online, marking what Bagunas described as the most beautiful moment of his life. Bagunas, a member of the Alas Filipinas team, highlighted his wife's strength during the childbirth process. He expressed his gratitude and admiration for Nicole Tracy, acknowledging her role in bringing their son into the world. Bagunas, who also plays for Signal HD Spikers, described witnessing the birth as a life-changing experience. He conveyed his excitement and profound love for his wife and child through his social media posts. Bagunas has previously shared moments of his personal life online, including his marriage to Nicole Tracy. As we brace ourselves for the upcoming weather changes, let's dive into what you can expect day by day. Whether you're planning outdoor activities or just preparing for the week, we've got you covered with the most accurate forecast. Stay tuned with us as we take a closer look at the weather patterns that will impact our region. Remember, here at Lawin Weekly News, we bring you the clearest skies to the stormiest forecast.
Here is your Lawin Weekly News weather forecast in Houston, Texas. On May 4th, Sunday, the highest temperature is 84 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Expect low humidity with sunshine. On May 5th, Monday, the highest temperature is 80 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Anticipate mostly cloudy and breezy conditions with a thunderstorm in spots in the afternoon. On May 6th, Tuesday, the highest temperature is 81 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 68 degrees Fahrenheit. The day will be cloudy, windy, and humid with a couple of heavy thunderstorms. Watch for flash flooding. On May 7th, Wednesday, the highest temperature is 80 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 69 degrees Fahrenheit. Expect cloudy skies with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm. On May 8th, Thursday, the highest temperature is 81 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Anticipate a shower in places in the morning, otherwise, mostly cloudy. On May 9th, Friday, the highest temperature is 82 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 65 degrees Fahrenheit. The day will have plenty of sun. On May 10th, Saturday, the highest temperature is 80 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 63 degrees Fahrenheit. Expect intervals of clouds and sunshine with a shower.
So those were the latest stories in Texas this week. I am Krisha from Lawin Media Network. Have a great day.
Lawin Weekly News.
Tune in live Sundays 8 a.m. Central Standard Time and Sundays 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Lawin Weekly News.